Hi, friends. Tracy Thrower Conyers, your hyperlocal real estate resource here to tell you today about a property tax personal exemption that I wish somebody had told me about 20 years ago. Recently, I was helping a buyer client sort out her supplemental property taxes after she and her husband bought their gorgeous Westchester home. Any real estate buyer will tell you that these supplemental tax bills can be extremely confusing. And don't even get me started about fiscal years versus calendar years and how are we all supposed to understand how that works. But during my research, I started to read about a personal exemption for property taxes that I'd never heard of before. But I bumped into a couple articles as I was doing my research. You can find links to those articles on the blog post I put up yesterday at siliconbeachinsiderreport.com. I knew about the homestead exemption, but that only comes into play if creditors are trying to take your property, and that's something that's automatically applied. This personal exemption that I was reading about is something that you have to submit paperwork on. I thought surely my very sophisticated real estate agent who helped me buy my home 20 years ago must have told me about the exemption and that I had just forgotten about it. So I went looking for my most recent tax bill, and lo and behold, next to the exemption line item was a big fat goose egg. So I definitely had not applied for it. Talking about a lot of money? Not really. The exemption is $7,000 off the value of your home, which at 1% equates to about $70. But if you've owned your home for 20 years, like I have, and have never filed for the exemption, that's $1,400. And that amount is a whole lot more attention grabbing. I'm not going to beat myself up too bad, though. It turns out that 1 in 3 homeowners in Los Angeles County don't know about the exemption. And what kind of strikes me about that is if 2/3 of the homeowners know about it, why isn't anybody talking about it? I'm on a mission now to change that. I want everybody talking about it. I want to make it super simple for everybody to get their exemption filed. So if you go to my blog, at siliconbeachinsiderreport.com and find the post on this topic, you'll find links to the form that you need to fill out. You'll find a link to my form that I filled out so that you can see which boxes you need to fill out. And also, I've linked my personal property tax bill to show you how to find your assessor number and how to figure out if you've applied for the exemption in the past. The paperwork will take you literally minutes to complete, especially with my form to follow as a guide. Honestly, the most time consuming part of this task is probably trying to remember where you tucked your property tax bill for safekeeping. To get the whole $70 for the year, make sure that you submit the paperwork with a postmark no later than Monday, February 15th. What happens if you miss that deadline? It's not a huge big deal. You have up until December to get 80% of the $70. And then once you make your application, it's made for every year. You'll just want to check your tax bill each year to make sure that it's showing up on that line item. So please fill out your paperwork, send it in, and right after that, tell 5 friends about the exemption, and then ask them to tell 5 friends. And let's see if we can get the word out about this super secret $70 exemption. For questions on this topic or other real estate related topics, contact me, Tracy Thrower Conyers. Until next time.